Ladies and gentlemen, boys and the girls, welcome to the 2021 Collecting Weekly Figure of the Year Awards. My name is Zach, and I'm joined by Dean's missing. That's weird. Dylan, Mario the Professor, Boogie Manny, Pete Money Mendez, Press Command Danny, and Mark Pearson. Tonight we're going to talk about the figures and companies that matter the most to us this year in collecting. So we have a very simple format that we're going to do today. But before getting into it, our show tonight is sponsored by Watto's Scrapyard and 1/6 Corner. So big shout out to them for making tonight's show possible. And of course, all of our Patreonies watching all over the world. So the figures here tonight are the finalists that were nominated by our hosts and our listeners. Following a months-long nomination period, 5 finalists were chosen in each category based on the frequency of their nominations. The finalists were then voted on by our listeners and hosts, with the figure who received the most votes winning that category. We also have a drawing tonight for you guys for $100. That'll be at the end of the show. And to be eligible for that, all you have to do is nominate and vote for the awards. Here's a quick rundown of the different categories. We have Most Improved Company, Best Overall Company, Best Figure Under $35, Best Non-Traditional Scale Figure, Best 1/12 Scale Figure, Third Party Figure of the Year, Best Head Sculpt, Best 1/6 Scale Figure, Statue of the Year for the first time, and Figure of the Year. We're kicking it off with Most Improved, and Eddie is going to be introducing that category for us tonight.
Yeah, I'm excited to introduce the first set of nominees here. We have 3-0. So Toys, J&D Studios, McFarlane Toys, and Hasbro.
This was a great category. I voted for 3-0. I just think they really brought it this year, pretty much from January 1st, and they're still, pumping out some crazy shit. I think they took their Game of Thrones line to the next level. I think that they really improved in pretty much every facet. Like, a lot of people didn't realize how much 3-0 had made until Mario showed the SDCC booth, and I think a lot of people were kind of blown away that 3-0 was behind a lot of the figures that they really enjoyed this year. So for me, it was a no-brainer. 3-0 was my vote for the Most Improved Company of the Year. What about you, Dean?
I also picked the 3-0 because I love the Game of Thrones line, and it's only gotten better. Not to mention their DLX line, and then not only is that their Transformers line, but now it's moving into Marvel, like the cinematic universe.
Yeah,
And they've come out with 2 of those, and they're pretty crazy good. So yeah, 3-0 was for me a no-brainer.
Yeah, same here. That's what I went with. And obviously, with their biggest line with Game of Thrones, they have to nail that. And I feel like they didn't come out of the gate doing that with when they first started that line. And they've, like you guys said, just improved. And this year, the ones they released were amazing. So, yeah, definitely them for most improved for me.
So my most improved is a little bit biased based on best overall. The company that is in best overall, I think, should have got most improved that I voted for, and vice versa. So I picked 3-0 as well, just because I think they're killing it in every license that they're producing, every scale that they're producing. I think everything is 100. So I got to go with 3-0 as well.
Yeah, I agree. It was between 3-0 and So Toys for me, I think, because So Toys been putting out some good stuff, and I really like that Green Goblin figure that they just released. I think 3-0, yeah, the Game of Thrones line, they've obviously got their Walking Dead and they're Stranger Things as well. I think they're branching out into some good licenses, and yeah, the quality seems to be going up and up. So yeah, 3-0 for me.
Oh man, I hate to sound like a broken record with everybody else, but I too voted for 3-0. I mean, all of these nominees were absolutely amazing. Me personally, I don't see how J&D Studios got on here, but anyway,
the fans nominated it. That's how.
Yeah. Technically, the Arthur Fleck did come out last year, so and they are kicking ass. But I did vote 3-0, just because basically the same reasons you guys all said. I mean, their Transformers line, they're absolutely killing it, and with their paint apps, with their sculpts, and even taking such a larger scale and shrinking them down to the smaller DLX line. Like Dean mentioned earlier too, with the Marvel line, they're introducing something new. I mean, they introduced a killer deal on the Hulkbuster, which looks pretty damn good. You know, I saw that over in San Diego and looked pretty phenomenal. And the Game of Thrones line has, you know, they're still a bit of a hit and miss in my opinion, but they've been improving a lot of that line lately. So for those reasons, I'm sticking with 3-0.
I'm gonna just jump on the train with you guys and say 3-0 because the Power Rangers alone have like wowed me beyond belief. I have the Green Ranger and I know the White Ranger just got released, so I'm excited to pick that one up, and it just gets me excited to see if they finally do like a Gold Ranger or something, so I'm very excited to see what 3-0 does.
I actually went different. I voted for McFarlane Toys. Like I
Way to
felt they
change
did-
it
No.
up finally, Dan.
Dare you
Get 'em the fuck outta
differ?
here.
How do you kick
I'm
someone out?
sorry.
Get him out of here.
I just felt they did a really good job with the DC line specifically because
They really did.
that's the one that I bought into a few, and I just like seeing the wide variety and the articulation is very good. They've improved a lot on their articulation compared to the old McFarlane Toys, so that's why I chose McFarlane Toys.
Yeah, I'm going to pick a 3-0 along with everybody else. Just the fact that you can get a 6-scale figure for $100 and it's readily available is just, I mean, it blows my mind because, I mean, when I got into this hobby, it was like most of them were like about like $189 and now all of them are $300. So to 2021 to get one for $100. I pre-ordered the White Ranger today. I have the Pink Ranger and Green Ranger coming tomorrow or Friday. So I'm excited to get those under the Christmas tree. But McFarlane Toys would be second best for me because they have a lot of their figures are on the shelves or they're easily available. To me, it's hard to say you're the best company when it's hard to get your product. And that's a problem with Hasbro. Hasbro, I have the Hasbro Pulse, you know, where you pay the $60 via Pulse member. And you're the last person to get the figure, so
It's fucking bullshit.
Hasbro Pulse can suck a fat one. J and D is like a great up and coming studio, but not really most improved. And So Toys, as far as like, you know, like as far as like the sophomore companies, I mean, they're on the rise. So I'm excited to see what they do next year. But yeah, 3-0 100% is the company of the year, the most improved for me. So
Interesting to note, this was our first ever time having a third-party company in Most Improved, but it was overwhelmingly nominated by the listeners. Let me address the chat real quick, Eddie, before you announce the winner. We got Toy Mafia, John the Everyday Collector. Enjoy the show, everyone. It's been an amazing year of collecting. Congratulations to all the companies and figures that win awards. We got Deanie, the Collector, Tukatri, Cuervo, Scott Bradley, Brenton Palmer, Absolute Irwin. We got Sean Usby, Big Fern. Who else do we got here? Zero Gravitas. Also, shout out to Pete for making it super late over there in the motherland.
100%.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man.
Lemur
What a
Hernandez,
trooper.
Wouldn't miss it
John
for the world.
Ortiz. I know, what a fucking
What up,
legend,
John?
bro.
I was gonna say it's super early for Pete at this
Tukatri.
point.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, what a guy. We got Badfish in the chat. Who else? We got CC3PO, Sweet Angel, and Equan. Eddie, are you ready to announce the winner?
I think so. And the winner is
Come on, McFarlane.
in a landslide, 3-0, most improved winner of the year.
Hey, congratulations.
Congratulations to 3-0. I just think that they fucking nailed it this year. I think they have a tough year to beat for next year. I can't imagine them being any better than they were this year. Irwin says 3-0 is also a great price point and collector friendly. Their products are quality. They also have a great warranty process. You get a nice little card with every figure you buy. You can fill it out, and if you have any problems, they'll take care of you. Next up, for the best overall company category, Mark, take it away, my guy.
Oh, best overall is Hot Toys, which is I think has been nominated every single year. Mezco Toys, which is the probably the best 112 scale figures. And NECA, which is probably the best retail company figures, and 3-0, who just won the most improved figures, and Prime One Studios, who I mean they hit the ground running, man, and they are the father of the Balrog and Gandalf statue. So I'm excited to see who wins this nomination.
For this one, I had a tough vote. I think for me, I think you could definitely make the argument for NECA 3-0 and Mezco. But at the end of the day, I went with 3-0. I just think that their offerings this year were just so strong. And it's not that NECA or Mezco were not as strong. It's just I personally had more experience with them. And I just think they really pushed the boundary, like Manny was saying, like what you can get for $100 or $150. And even with their MDLX line that's coming out next year, like $60. So I voted 3-0, and I was very happy to vote for them for both categories.
I voted Mezco Toys. It's literally surprising everyone. I talk a lot of shit about Mezco, but dude, they have just proven themselves on the collector side. They're coming out with banger releases, like objectively. Like I could look at something and be like, yeah, I don't collect that, but I can understand why people do. They're not letting people scalp the shit out of them. They're keeping them readily available. Their fucking offerings are just bangers. And yeah, I think overall they're the best. So that was my vote. I fucking surprised myself. I was like, holy shit, okay.
Never thought I'd see that day.
Yeah.
They weren't my vote, actually. I think Eddie had the good point where they probably should have been most improved because they just really had a couple areas that they already had to improve on, and they did. So I guess you could say, they should be up there with best overall. But I went with NECA. They will always be my company of the year until someone offers the level of communication and transparency that they do to everyone that they can possibly through Twitter and legally and everything like that, where they can discuss licensing. If they're gonna come out with a figure or not, you see all the time on the Hot Toys releases that same person that says re-release Mark 46. NECA would put the kibosh to that in an instant, and Randy would probably just tweet at that person and be like, "Hey bud, ain't happening, don't have the license," or some shit like that. And I just always really like them. Really good customer service if you buy through them. I think someone in the chat said that they give them updates on the status of their pre-orders that they buy direct through them and everything. But I'm not gonna argue 3-0 either. 3-0 tries. I think there's a hard language barrier and they have troubles doing it with North American customers. Because if you look on their comments on Facebook, they'll do that too, but it's kind of broken English a little bit. And I don't think they get asked a ton about certain updates through those, but they seem to have a good level of communication. And my experience with 3-0 Direct was really good as well. So I won't argue that or Mezco. Hot Toys, to be honest, I don't think they should ever be best overall company because they just have a great product and that's it. That's all we know about them. That's all. Our experience with them is through Sideshow, so I feel like they should be held accountable for our issues with Sideshow at times, or I guess looked at well through Sideshow. But yeah, I say NECA 3-0. What about you, Eddie?
So for me, it came down to two companies on this vote, and it probably should be 3-0. But like Dylan said, I went ahead and voted for Mezco because I feel Mezco should have been on Most Improved. And I don't even think I nominated it, so that's on me too. But yeah, 3-0 would have better fit most overall for me, but just to give Mezco the highlight that I feel they deserve, because I feel like they have done great feats this year in improving things how Dean spoke of, and so I went with Mezco.
Right, I'm prepared to be booted from the show here because I voted
Get him outta
Hot
here.
Toys.
Get him out of here. I knew what the fuck you were gonna say. Get him out of here.
Jesus.
The easy way out.
Contrarian.
It's a difficult category. You either look at it from a point of view of is it the best company in terms of their their user experience, their customer service, their communication, or do they put out the best product? And which do I buy? And it's always a difficult one. I've gone with Hot Toys because I don't buy Mezco 3.0 Prime 1. I'd love to be able to buy Prime 1, but I don't have the readies for that. NECA's great as well, and I'm collecting their new Universal Monsters line, and they're great. But sorry guys, I went with Hot Toys because they got the licenses that I love, and they're the figures I buy.
Hate to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pete, I don't blame you for picking Hot Toys, man. I mean, overall, they do produce, extraordinary products, man.
Yeah.
For me, I'm just solely judging everything off of pieces that were actually released. I really don't want to dive in like overall experiences, customer experiences, what have you. That being said, I'm sure it's of no surprise either. I went with Prime 1. I mean, there were so many. The announcements that I saw this year alone, but some of the releases also were just absolutely stunner. Some of the pieces that I'm most excited for are the ones that I have on pre-order, namely the Hush Batman along with the Daenerys Targaryen. They make absolutely amazing pieces. They have tons of presence on the shelf. The paint apps and the sculpts, from what I've seen, for the most part, are improving from after every release that I see dropping. So just because of I'm sure it's a little biased right now, but I'm going with Prime 1 Studios.
So for me, I'm a Hot Toys fanboy. I went with Hot Toys just in terms of like the product that they deliver. Like they're gorgeous. Like I have two of them right here, and I think they're little works of art. But Dylan actually sold me just now on the NECA because I do follow him on Twitter, and like you see them constantly like having answers for people like, hey, are we ever going to get this? And it's always like maybe, or stay tuned, or more announcements coming up. So if I could, I'd go back and change my vote to NECA, but I guess Hot Toys is where it's at.
I have always voted Hot Toys for like the last 2 years, but this year, Prime 1 took my spot just because it was available this year. I don't think it was available last year, was it?
Nope.
So yeah, because just based on pieces, the quality level is just at a different level. Like Mario said, the Hush, and then you have the Balrog. Oh my God, the Balrog and Gandalf scene. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So just quality.
Yeah, the Sauron I just released as well.
Yeah. Dude, all the Lord of the Rings, and then the Samurai line, the Batman Samurai. Like I'm not into it, but geez, those things look amazing. So I had to go Prime 1, just overall pieces.
Yeah. Now, if we're talking about like best product, okay, well, the Hot Toys always has like, I'm always most anticipated for Hot Toys, and Mezco makes the best 112 scale, and 3.0 makes the best value, and retail NECA does the best figure, But man, when I saw that Balrog, let me tell you, I mean, just whenever I say Balrog, I get half chub just because I think about that Prime 1 statue. I have not received it yet, but I voted for Prime 1 Studios Balrog. And I literally, I fucking, when I have that deep, there's certain levels of sleep where you have that dream where you just go into a different space. I think about that fucking Gandalf and Balrog statue. Oh my God. And I'm one of those, I'm a cheap person. I'm a cheap person in the sense that like, if we go out to dinner, I will buy for you, because it's, whatever, $100. But when I'm buying a collectible,
Thanks, man.
Take me to dinner. Jesus, $100.
But when I'm like on eBay,
20.
when I'm on eBay and I see a figure for $17, I put in a $15 best offer. But for these Prime 1, it's like money doesn't, the world doesn't exist. Money's just a number, Because
What are you
I
talking about?
I've thought about buying the Aragorn and the Legolas. I've had nights where where I woke up in the middle of the night in a cold sweat where I wanted to order their statues. So for me,
I'm like, I can sell the car.
fuck it, dude.
One of the kids.
Mark, stop
Listen,
screaming, please.
I'm sorry. I'm
Mark,
sorry.
stop shouting.
Listen,
I love the energy, but Jesus.
Dude, Mark, you got us demonetized with all the swear words.
the kids can pay for their own college,
Jesus. All right, Mark, tell us who the
promo.
winner is, Mark.
and the winner is. oh
What the fuck?
no! What a disappointment!
All right.
Where's Kanye
Hot,
West?
hot
on you?
toys.
Who the hell voted for this busted ass company?
Wow.
Right here.
So
Hey,
Hot
man,
Toys
that-
won best overall. Mark was too excited there. Best overall by Hot Toys. A bit of a shame. A bit of a shame if I'm
I
being
quit the
honest.
show.
This one hurt me to make the slide for. I'll be honest. I was not a huge fan of this, but that's what this UW Awards is all about, right?
That's
Shay-
the that's
Shay-
the bar
Hang on.
3-0
Who's
can do for
watching
next year.
woodworking? Time out. Watching woodworking
That's one of the old
in the
guys.
middle of the awards.
100%.
I wasn't watching it.
Fucking
My Facebook was open, and I like accidentally scrolled down on some. Video.
Sounded like you're watching David Attenborough do a
I was-
carpentry tutorial.
I was
love
gonna
to see
say,
it.
Zach, I really appreciate because you were like, it really hurt me to make the slide. I was about to say, like, I appreciate you suffering in silence because, like, someone has to make the slides. Like,
Oh, yeah.
none of us other than Zach know who won. So
Yeah.
like when we figure it out, so do y'all. So
Yeah,
like,
later in the
I
show
really
we'll go
appreciate Zach.
we'll go through like the percentages so y'all can see kind of like what the graphs look like. But yeah, this one was
I
a toughie.
really,
And
I
this
really
is
wish
fucking 4
John
years in a
was
row
here
that
right
they've-
now.
Oh, dude, he's got bigger problems.
I'm pretty over it because I think I rant. This was the award I ranted on last year about.
Oh god.
I think.
Yeah, what is the award this year that you ranted on?
No, I meant like on the award.
You didn't even
show.
vote for it, Zach.
I'm keeping it. I'm keeping it level this year.
Zach, I got a question.
I will say there's an interesting discussion that Dylan mentioned in the last small talk where it's like, is it best overall as the company excluding everything that they've done, or best overall including the things they've done? And I think it's kind of like a dealer's choice. For me, I take it as the figures they released, the customer service, and everything else. You can take it either way.
Same.
let's-
I think the product is why we have the rest of the awards, right? Like that's what we're supposed to show.
Yeah, I could see that. Honorable mentions. That's it for our companies of for the awards this year. We're getting into figures, but I think Iconic Studios has a bright 2022 ahead of them. They've put up some really great figures for pre-order, and I'm really excited to see what happens with that. Jazz Inc. Diorama is another company that unfortunately didn't make the cut for the nominations, doing some fantastic things with Star Wars and Marvel, and DC as well. They're officially licensed by DC, so I think for me those are two companies that I wanted to give a little bit of a shout out. Let's run down the line. Do you guys have any companies you want to shout out that either didn't win or didn't make the cut?
Yeah, Kids Concepts did a lot of really cool things with Robotech this year when nobody else was doing it. So yeah, I really like them.
I don't know if anyone collects them on the board here, but I think a company to watch out for is Exo 6. They're starting to really pump
Yeah.
figures out, and it's a very specific
Trek.
niche line, but it sounds like they're really doing a great job.
Yeah, and they've got really good kind of release windows as well. You're looking at about 3 months from pre-order to
Exactly.
release, so that's a really good thing.
Yeah.
We threw So Toys on there, so I'm gonna go ahead and say MYC for statue companies.
Wow.
Yeah.
They've been putting a lot out there for Star Wars fans where they're not getting, well, they weren't getting a ton from statue companies. Now it's a little different, but NYC is a pretty good company. They do great things and they have great customer service, so I would say they're one to watch next year.
Agree.
Econ says Asmus. Asmus.
Yeah,
They'll always
you
have a
see
little
it.
place. They'll always have a
Yeah,
place in
okay.
my heart.
Single songwriter agrees with Exo 6. Pete, what do you got?
Yeah, I mean, I love Asmus and I buy their stuff, and I know they get shit on a lot. But yeah, they are really good, and they are very. people complain about their customer service in the past, but I think they've improved on that, and they're very active in the community. As Danny will agree, he got them to change something and one of their figures and got a free figure out of it. So yeah, Asmus is cool, but yeah, not really deserving of the award.
Mario. What are
Oh,
you
my bad. I
doing?
didn't realize we were
He
going in
fell
order.
asleep, falling asleep.
I was gonna say he wasn't even like muted
No.
or anything. He was just chilling.
I was just chilling. No, everybody brings up some great honorable mentions, man. I mean, one of the ones that you guys just mentioned that stood out to me also was XO6. I'm not much of a Star Trek guy, but I mean, the fact that their announcements or the releases come out very soon to their announcements is really freaking cool.
Yeah.
But I gotta say, I'm most excited for Queen Studios, man. I mean, I think they're putting out banger after banger, in my opinion, of all kinds of different stuff. We just saw recently that big ass Balrog bus that they just released, amongst other things as well. So I'm really excited to see what they're gonna come out with next year.
So I know we're probably going to get some hate email for my answer here, but I'm going to go with Mattel because they have been putting out these
Yo.
banger
They exist?
WWE Ultimate Edition figures.
I agree.
I have Kane. It's probably the best Kane that they've ever made. And I do plan on getting Undertaker, and I'm just excited to see what other Ultimate Editions they put out. So yeah, Mattel for me.
Yeah, I
Thank you,
agree with Manny also.
Thank you.
Mattel's been like Mattel got me back into the wrestling game also
Hell yeah.
for figures. So doing the Legends line specifically because they're digging back into like the old WWF stuff that I used to watch. So Mattel gets my vote.
Hell yeah.
Just to piggyback off of Manny and Danny, Mattel has gotten a lot better as far as they're very late to the face printing game, but they've improved a lot. Their Masters of the Universe retro figures with articulation have gotten a lot better recently. But like Pete, I'm gonna say because Asmus gets shit on so bad.
Mm-hmm.
If you message anybody from Asmus, you'll get a direct response from somebody pretty high up in the company, and they give a shit. You know what I mean? And that's
They
really
didn't
all
answer my email.
which
They didn't answer
Well,
my emails.
literally, yeah, I was gonna say
How
sorry,
many
Zach,
did you send?
but
Don't worry,
Asmus,
I'll ask for you.
Asmus's problem is they're very late at like getting stuff out. You know what I mean? They do batches, and it's very there's months in between.
Yeah.
But I mean, every figure that they've put out so far in the last year and a half, I've pre-ordered, and
Bilbo and
I-
Gollum, baby.
I have Arwen, but she's supposed to be a Christmas present, and we're a hardcore Christmas family in the house, so I'm kind of excited to open it up on Christmas. And I kind of like want to do that whole like you pull the tape off kind of thing. So I mean I'm excited for the Bilbo, and I mean because I'm gonna have them for honorable mention because I know nobody gives a shit about Asmus, but for a licensed company to have figures for about that $200 price point, they can everybody else can suck on it.
Dylan, you had a figure that you wanted, or a company rather that you wanted to mention.
Yeah, real quick, and this is kind of due to recent events. So, Four Horsemen. I don't know if you guys know anything about them. Not many
that's a
people
good one.
collect them, or
Yes.
they do here
That's
and there.
another good one.
But they've been
Are they still
doing a really
around?
good job, and they just
How dare you,
did
Mario?
they just
I
did
legit
an-
didn't
Mario's
know.
talking about actual horsemen.
Jesus Christ.
Wow,
Yeah, the ones that have yet to
the
come.
biblical.
Oh, yeah.
I thought John
Must be coming
didn't make it to the show.
Wow.
Get him out of here.
They recently did an event for one of their like Uber fans that just passed away suddenly out of nowhere from a sickness, and they're doing kind of like a bidding type thing for the figure, and donations
Bring
are
the
going to
room
that
down.
fan's like family, and it's signed by a lot of people within the community, and they just have done a real good job. I'm starting to immerse myself a little bit in them, and it's a real like kind of cult almost. It's crazy how crazy some of the fans are over them, but they do a good job. They also do work for like Super 7 and a lot of kind of back end work for other companies that you don't typically hear about.
Whoa, hey, Jumbo. You know the Jumbo, yeah?
Best under 35. Best
Amazing.
under 35. Danik and Lee Walker. Command D. Let's hear who got nominated.
For Best Under 35, we have Bo-Katan from Hasbro. Ahsoka Tano from Hasbro.
God damn it.
That's the 375 for the list.
Thanos, the dude that makes
375,
those
yeah.
quesadillas down
Oh,
the street.
3.75, sorry. Goliath from NECA. Miles Morales from Hasbro. And Tech from Hasbro.
I don't like the way he pronounced that. That made me
I don't
feel
like the way he
uncomfortable.
pronounced any of that.
Danny is my fucking
Sounded
favorite.
very Texan.
Texan.
Tick. This was another good category. I think I voted for Miles, but I could easily see how you could go with Goliath or Tick.
Dude, I stared
the
at
thing
Danny's
was-
mouth when he was saying that. I'm so sorry. Danny, I'm gonna send you a DM.
He's like, Bo Kaden, Ahsoka Tano, Goliath,
Goliath.
Miles
I would
Morales.
say Goliath.
And then he said, Tech.
Like the new
It's like
Jesse.
I was thinking how she said it, but I was like, no, it's not Tech. She says it teeth.
So
Tick.
I don't know if any of you if any of you guys follow sports. There's this coach, Brian Kelly, just got hired from Notre Dame, went down to LSU. 2 days in, he like is at a game and starts talking in a southern accent, and it's so manufactured, it's disgusting. That'd be totally Danny. He'd go down to Texas within 2 hours, be talking southern.
Tick.
I'm getting ready for my visit to. I'm getting ready to visit you guys, so I'm getting used to it.
We're calling an audible. Tech was now on this word because I need to hear Danny say it one more time.
Dude, he put so much emphasis on the
So you're
I
acting.
thought I was going to egg. Talking about eggs.
Tick.
Dean's a big influence on me, bro.
Oh my god, I'm
voice
fucking
coach.
crying.
Dude, John, just clip this whole segment.
The fucking chat. It's like trying to have a conversation.
Asian
Okay, let's
heritage is rolling
let's
around in
reel
their
it.
grave.
All right, stop Asian hate. I went with I went with Miles Morales.
I forgot what I voted.
Holy shit! Equan says I'm dying. Oh my
It
god!
sounded like the beans guy.
Bean, motherfucking bean.
You got me. Me.
Okay.
You he opens up his Christmas goes, oh my god, you got me. Tick.
Danny said. Danny said tech like he hasn't drank water for 3 days. Mouth is dry as shit.
Oh my god, I'm crying right now.
I'm crying. I'm sorry if you're watching this. I'm sorry. I can't do this. I voted for Miles Morales. Dude, who'd you vote for?
Technical difficulty.
That was like watching Raina read the Patreon text.
Jesus.
Every single one.
Dude, I'm not that bad.
Holy shit.
I think
I voted for
voted-
Miles. I don't want to talk about anything else. Dean, who'd you vote for? I can't even.
Bo-Katan, I think.
Oh god, I went with NECA Goliath. That was like a no-brainer for me. What about you, Eddie?
Fuck, man. I went with either Tech or Miles. I honestly don't remember. It might have been Miles.
I went with Bo-Katan. I haven't got any of these and don't really collect any of these lines, but I just thought it looked really cool and the face sculpt looked great. So yeah.
Oh man, I went with Ahsoka Tano. I mean, my heart's also in Vintage 375, and I mean, for the price, even though TVC's going up a little bit, I mean, they've really improved compared to the last one that they released. That's also getting reissued, and that goes for stupid amounts of money on the aftermarket right now. So yeah, I went with Ahsoka Tano.
I went with Miles Morales. It's a pretty sweet figure. Aside from the big hands, because his hands
Yes,
are huge.
yes.
But I think it's
Could choke
it's
a bear
pretty
with
cool
those
figure,
hands.
though.
Danny.
I wanted to say I voted for Tech, just so I could say it, but no, I voted actually for Goliath because I just thought it was like the one figure that looked different from everybody else, and it was nostalgic for the old show and stuff. So I voted Goliath.
I 100% can't remember who I voted for.
All right.
I'm pretty sure Bo-Katan, but
Jesus.
it was a really late entry. But
Don't stop screaming, Mark, please.
I'm sorry.
Jesus.
That Sasha Banks figure is probably better than Bo-Katan. So I think I voted Bo-Katan, but that Sasha Banks figure is probably better. It's the same mold, but the head sculpt's unbelievable. And plus,
No one voted for that one.
I'm super wet for a removable helmet, so I'll say Bo-Katan. I'm sorry.
Wait, what?
When Zach tells Mark to stop screaming into his mind, it just reminds me of him, or of like a parent telling their child to use their inside voice or something.
I have to. My eardrums can only
I
take
can't
so
help
much,
it.
Dylan.
I'm so sorry. I love
Think of the
we
people
love
at
you.
home. They're gonna
We
wake
love
up the
you,
whole
Mark.
family. Pete's
Dude,
wife's
dude,
gonna
real
come
quick.
downstairs any second now.
I definitely should not be here.
It reminds me when Michael Scott puts on the headphones for D'Angelo Vickers and he's like, "Tell me your whole life" or whatever, and he's like, "Ah!" He starts screaming, dude. That's exactly what it sounds like.
Oh boy, Danny, you ready to announce the winner?
And the winner is Goliath.
What a great figure! What an
That's my
absolute
vote,
stunning
baby.
figure. Oh man, that was honestly, we just end the show here. That's not gonna get any better than that. That was fucking fun. The award for best non-traditional scale is our category name for any figure that's not 1/6, not 1/12, and not a statue. Dean the Dream Martin is introducing that category for us tonight.
Yeah, and the nominees are VF1J Armored Valkyrie by Bandai, Unit 01 by 30, Charizard by Jazzwares, The Child by Hot Toys, and the Vintage Collection Ahsoka Tano by Hasbro.
I think this category was a good one. 3-0 Unit 1, one of my favorite figures of the year. And then seeing Dean, how happy he was with the VF1 Valkyrie, also was pretty neat. I've also owned the Charizard, and that's probably the best Charizard figure ever made. My vote went to Unit 1, though. Almost all die-cast glow-in-the-dark paint. It was so good that I got rid of the Bandai Dine Action to focus on that line to buy the other 2 units that they're making. And it's a stunning figure, and honestly, it was one of my favorite things that I bought this year.
Yeah, I went with the VF1J Armored Valk. That thing is second to none. It's an absolutely incredible release.
Zach, for Unit 1, you said you had the Mafex one too?
No, I've had the Bandai Dine Action and then the 3-0 Unit 1.
Oh, okay.
The Mafex one, I've seen it in person, but it looks awful. It looks terrible.
Gotcha. Okay. This one, I think I either went with Ahsoka or the Child, but I didn't have much stake in this. I probably should have passed on it. Because I don't own anything here except I've seen Ahsoka in person, the figure, but that's pretty much it. I think I might have went with the Child. I guess I've seen that in person, and I know it had like chin issues and everything like that, but that was like one of those that when it released, you saw it kind of everywhere, but I guess sideshows you did too, so I don't know. You could sway me either way. I don't remember exactly what I voted for. What about you, Eddie?
So I think I voted for the VF1J, but that's only because like I don't know anything about Macross or Robotech or whatever. I voted for it because compared to all these other figures, I think it wins hands down. Like, I don't think Ahsoka Tano should be on here. I voted for VF1J. I don't want to get into it. VF1J.
For me, I think this is probably the category that I had the kind of least skin in the game with this one. The top two, I haven't got a fucking clue what they are. I'm a 46-year-old man. To me, Pokemon is for 5-year-olds.
How
Sorry, guys.
dare you?
You motherfucker.
I voted for the child.
Yeah, I think if memory serves correct, I think I voted for the child also. I'm sorry, did I just go over Mario?
No, you're good. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, the child for me.
Yeah, I went ahead and went with the VF1J Valkyrie. This is something that's non-traditional. 148 scale compared to all of these. Eddie mentioned something earlier how he has some disagreements, and I have to agree with him with some of these pieces that should be on here. But anyways, besides the point, I'm going with the VF1J.
I went with the VF1J also. I was up late at night trying to get this with Dean also. Wasn't successful, but I'm happy he got it at least. So I went for
Is it
that.
'cause you couldn't
They're
stay
all
up?
they all look great. They all look great except for that orange dragon. So
He's not a
VF1J.
dragon, by the way.
How dare you?
Donkey,
Flying
whatever.
lizard.
Or
A
Donkey, you motherfucker.
kangaroo with wings.
That's fair.
Mark, what do you think?
I really wanted to vote for that Valkyrie because it fits probably the category the most as far as the unconventional dimensions. But that is Ahsoka Tano for a guy that I probably
Can
have.
we rename the group the award to unconventional dimensions next?
Yeah, is that what I said?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm so fucking trashed.
I love it, Mark. I love
There's
it.
always one at an awards show. It's fun.
But anyways, that Ahsoka Tano. I mean, I've been collecting 3.75 since I've been having toys, and I mean it's just like I don't know what 1990 something like that, and that's probably the best 3.75 figure that's ever been made. So if that's considered unconventional, that's what I voted for. But I mean that Valkyrie is such a fucking beautiful toy. The child is a 1-to-1, so to me that wasn't unconventional also. So it was kind of like a tie.
That's the rules.
Man, it was a hard category, but for me personally, I voted for Ahsoka Tano because anybody, even if you're not a 3.75 collector, that fucking figure was fucking phenomenal for $12.99. So, what a hard category. I'm sorry.
And the winner is. What?
What the fuck?
Hot
Wow.
Toys the Child? I call shenanigans.
Wow.
Shenanigans.
It won with 40
Inconceivable.
I got the numbers up here. It won with 44.7% of the votes.
Holy. The only thing I can say is this may be that thing that brings in like new collectors or people that don't collect at all, and this is like the only piece they have or something.
Don't try.
That's
to
wild.
justify
Look,
it.
even
I think
he's
it's more.
surprised he won.
It's the license, the Star Wars license. And like
Yeah, the
myself-
camera moved to Baby Yoda. His face is like, huh?
He's like, what the fuck?
Like myself, there's probably a lot of people that don't know about the two figures at the top. I say Pokemon's quite.
It's okay.
I know you
They don't
guys are
always
really
throw
into
it
them,
in.
but I think overall Star Wars is the thing that people buy and collect. So it doesn't surprise me, but it might be controversial.
Erwin says, "Get out of here!" The splitting lip issue when this guy won. Yeah, I hate to
Dude, I
see
would
it,
have
my
picked
guy.
the sideshow version more than the Hot Toys.
Sideshow won last year, actually. Best
Kudos.
1/12 scale. Dylan, take it away, my guy.
Both.
All right. So the first nominee we have for best 1/12 scale figure is the Sentinel Miles Morales, Hasbro Black Series Bo-Katan, the Hasbro Legends Miles Morales, Hasbro Black. Holy shit! There's a lot of Hasbro. Wow, dick. And the Mezco Conan figure.
I went with the Sentinel Miles Morales. It was honestly the best figure I own this year. That was a new figure. The accessories, the paint apps. I had the Mafex one, the Marvel Legends, all three of the previous Marvel Legends versions, and this is head and shoulders above all of those. I think it just needs like electrical effects for the hands, and I think it's a perfect figure. But it's absolutely fantastic, and it was an easy pick for best 1/12.
I also picked Sentinel Miles. I do really love Bo-Katan and Tick, but all the accessories you get in the box, you could pretty much achieve any look from the movie with the figure. The price point isn't too high. I just thought overall it was a great package, so I voted for it.
This was one of the categories that I said, I think, on the show that I'm not mad about really anyone winning. I think I don't know if I voted for it, but I think kind of just after time
You
has
didn't
gone
even
on-
vote for this category?
No, voted for what I'm about to say.
Oh, I was
dare
like,
you.
why are you announcing this category?
No, so Mezco Conan over time really started to I didn't get it. So I was pretty far removed, and I'm not a big Conan fan. So I didn't really know how big of a deal this one was. And there's a lot, it's kind of has a cult following, like a bunch of like fans that are very dedicated to Conan, and like Frank Frazetta, right? Did I say that right?
Yep.
And this is the one figure that I've seen, and I'm in a lot of Mezco groups and hear a lot of people talk about it. That's like the one figure that you don't hear that one like jaded guy just kind of sitting there trying to talk shit or nitpick it, or, oh, I don't get the hype. Never saw that about that one. That was one of the ones where it was a regular release and it sold out before it even hit the States. And yeah, it was, from what everyone has said, the sculpt, everything, the body proportions are right on. But yeah, I've heard a lot of really good things about that Sentinel Miles Morales as well. Eddie, what do you think?
So I think this comes down to 3. I think it comes down to the 2 Miles and the Conan. Just based off of everything you get with them. Paint and sculpt is great on both of them. The Miles Morales from Sentinel is amazing. You get all kinds of shit with that one. But I think I ended up going with Mezco Conan just because Mezco is known for its soft sculpts, and I think they nailed this one. I think it's a perfect sculpt. I think everything about it is perfect. Everything it came with and everything, so I went with Mezco Conan.
Yeah, same for me. I just think it looks really cool. I don't own any Mezcos, but I think if I was to buy one, I'd probably go with the Conan. Big fan of the character, mainly the Schwarzenegger depiction of the character. But this looks really cool. It comes with a load of stuff. Conan for me.
I had to go with Tick for the simple reason. Is that I had the character portrayed after myself on a special poster.
Oh yeah,
and that's it.
There you go.
So yeah, I'm a little biased here. So 100%
Beautiful
Tick.
reason.
That's racial.
How dare you, sir?
So, for the shit ton of accessories that you get with this thing and at the price point that it is, I went with the Miles Morales from Hasbro. I think it has. I don't think I've ever seen a figure, Marvel Legends figure with that many accessories like recently. Like that thing is jam packed, and it's a pretty sweet looking figure too. So yeah, Miles Morales from Hasbro is my vote.
I picked the Miles Morales Sentinel, but because basically I have never handled or really seen many reviews on any of these figures except for the Sentinel one because Zach raved about it. So I knew that it had crazy articulation and it looks amazing. So I just went Sentinel because that's the most information I had was on him.
Zach brainwashed
How dare
you.
you? How dare you?
What about you, Mark?
Mario makes a great point real quick. I need to hit up Watto Scrapyard to see if I can get a Mario.
Oh God, no!
because I would love to put a Mario on a tech. I would love to create that.
You messed up a perfect
Sticker
segue
coming
somehow,
up
man.
soon. I'm sorry. I'm just imagining.
Just do that again when it gets to you.
Okay. But as far as and I voted for the Bo-Katan because I mean value wise, I mean I have Bo-Katan and I can't get over this figure. She was actually sitting in my living room, so when I take a shit, that's the figure.
Jesus. You take a shit in your living room?
Yeah, you should. living room. That was
No,
bad.
bathroom,
I had
my
it in
guy.
I had it in my bathroom. But that Conan figure, because it's got that man. I voted for Bo-Katan, so I'll just go with that. But all these figures are well worth the award, so that's it. You can cut me off. I don't deserve to be here.
Yeah, we need
Love you
run-on
guys.
music.
And the winner is Sentinel Miles Morales. Wow.
You love to see it.
What a year for Miles Morales. Being the fan you are, Zach, you had to.
I got
Be
the votes
excited.
to prove it, baby. This ain't no 2020 election.
Zach, I got a question for you.
Yes.
Is this rigged?
No. Yeah, you asked me that for like every week. For
If
like
it was
a
the
year.
VF1 would have won, fucking Hot Toys Child showing up broken. No Chigokins break ever.
That's true.
But the fucking Hot
That's
Toys
true.
Child. Okay, guys.
He got us there.
What was? Let's go down the panel real quick. What was your favorite purchase this year? For me, I've said a few already, but the premium format Gandalf the White was a really fun statue. Beautiful. I mean, John always harps back to like the cool shit that the Sideshow did, 10 years ago. That thing is fucking detailed to the nines. Dean's seen it a few times. The stitch work on it is beautiful. The sculpt probably could use some work. It is like a 14-year-old head sculpt, but yeah, that was probably one of the best things that got.
Is that the one Ian's just picked up?
Yeah, I think so. He was telling me he found a deal on one, and
Yeah.
I didn't see what was broken on it, but
No, I'm not
most
sure,
of the
but-
body is hidden by the clothing, so you could just literally glue that shit back together and never see it. Dean, what about you? You got some great stuff this year.
I got a ton of great stuff this year. And I think if I had to boil it down to my top 5, no, I'm just kidding. I'm going to go with the 1/12 scale VF1J cockpit from
Nice.
uh,
Kids Logic.
yeah, Kids Logic. Thank you. I always get Kids Concept and Kids Logic confused. Yeah, that thing is so cool. All the lights in it are fucking incredible. Especially because I forgot because it took so long to get. I was supposed to get it last year, like the beginning of last year, and I got it mid this year. So, yeah, that thing is incredible.
Oh, this is hard. So I just recently opened them, but I had a lot of fun with the Summer Edition High Roller Box Gomez. It's like their James Bond kind of Casino Royale version of them. I think that's probably a figure I had some of the most fun with. I really like the Moff X Carnage a lot, even though I know that one had its issues. And I was really excited to get Hot Toys Qui-Gon Jinn in, right? That came out this year, at the beginning.
I think it was last year.
Was it?
I
It was
don't
close. That's
It
close.
doesn't-
It's either the end of last year or the beginning of this
It
year.
doesn't have to be released.
pretty
It's just what
close.
you got. Like,
Yeah, I think I got it this year. And that was one I'd been waiting for pretty much since I was a kid to have like a really well done figure of that. I had all the toys you could get growing up, so I was pretty excited by it.
Okay. I could easily say Clone Trooper Hot Toys. I could easily say that. But I think my favorite overall purchase for the year is Lego. For the longest
yes.
time, I was
Fuck
trying
yes.
not to buy Lego for the longest fucking time. And then we were like, we're going to do a Lego stream. And I can't lie, dude. Lego this year and the streams have been the funnest fucking thing I think I've been doing on the channel this year. So got a little collection up there, looking for more. But Lego was definitely a highlight of the year for me.
Yeah, that's a good shout.
It's a great answer.
Yeah. Is it me now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Lego's great. Yeah. The figure that the set I'd really love to get is that AT-AT, but I just it's too much money. It's too big. Don't have room for it.
Dude, I
so
saw it
that's-
today. That shit
Did
is
you really?
phenomenal.
Massive,
yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Huge.
It's huge.
Yeah, it looks great. I think if we're going back to late December last year counts, does it for the purchase this year?
Sure. Yeah.
Well, I picked up the DeLorean and Marty for a ridiculous price. Two figures, a vehicle that I never thought I'd own. So yeah, just luck came my way, and that's easily got to win my purchase of the year.
Real quick. let me,
Absolute Irwin.
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
ahead, Zach.
go ahead, Mario.
Yeah, Absolute Irwin says that the favorite decision that he's made collecting wise is finding CW and all the craziness that has happened in this world recently. The best thing that has ever happened in his life. Wow.
Jesus.
That's high praise. Thank you, Irwin. Really appreciate that, man.
Erwin, we love you so much, brother.
Yeah.
You know, I've received some pretty cool shit this year, man. I mean, some of my favorites that stand out recently was the Captain Rex. Another one not so recently was my first statue in hand was the Mythos Darth Maul. I had so much fun with that thing with the live unboxing and everything. It was such a blast. But I gotta say, Dan Toy's Godfather, man. We just did the unboxing last night. Such a banger piece. It's really one of those pieces that's one of the best bang for the buck. Considering you get multiple head sculpts, all the different accessories that it came with, two portraits, and for a killer price at $250. I mean, it's a great deal. So
Yeah.
that's my vote. I freaking love that thing.
For me, I think my favorite thing that I've got this year was the Joker that I put together, the 1/6 scale. So it's the DX11 head and then the Daft Toys kit, the clothing kit, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Every time I look at my collection, my eyes go to that first. And to have it paired with the Batman, I think it's so sweet. And if Hot Toys does put out a reissue, John, I hope you're listening. I definitely will pick that up, but this is a nice placeholder in the meantime.
I have two of my top ones are the Hot Toys 1/6 Mandalorian Scout Trooper and bike. That thing's just fun to pose. So
Dude, you fucking kill it
I love that.
on that one.
one of my favorite trooper designs all time also. And then the second would be the Mattel Ultimate Edition Kane. That thing's crazy articulations. It looks exactly like him, I think. I mean, for 1/12 figure. And then it got me back into wrestling. So those are my top two.
Yeah, I mean, my biggest pickup this year was the Crown Series Gandalf.
Yes.
Oh
And
my god.
I mean, quite
we
literally, not to try and blow my load, but
You did that earlier, mate.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you got some presents for your sack, Santa.
I did. But I mean, quite literally, I would give away if I had, everybody does that burning building, one figure, out the building, minus the children and the wife. Whatever.
Jesus, grab your kids, you fuck.
That's such a stupid question, though. Like if the kids, my kids have legs.
What if they're trapped
Don't
under
forget my
like
Secret Santa gift.
Shout out Fern. Shout out Fern.
You better
not
grab
you.
the statue then, you fucking guy.
My kids are independent.
Yeah,
But number
y'all
one-
better have shipped your Secret Santa gifts. Tell you that much.
Number one, that Gandalf figure, I couldn't believe when I opened it up, just the way it was packaged, and it had that like Hot Toys DX where it was like everything was in foam. The Gandalf head sculpt was in a separate box, and I mean, it literally reminded me why I collect was that Asmus Gandalf. So I mean, 100% this year for the pickup was at Asmus Gandalf. And when I go to like search on Sideshow or just any Mercari, eBay, the first thing I go to is Asmus because of that. Their aftermarket is way high, and the company, they're a little behind. They're not Hot Toys quality quite yet. But that Asmus, I mean, oh my god, I mean, it gets me wet thinking about it. So,
Jesus.
Until I get that Balrog statue. So that's my number
much
one.
essence.
That's my number one pickup. And then once that Balrog and Gandalf statue shows up, I mean, who knows what the hell's gonna happen? I'm gonna be a different person. I might change my name. I mean, oh my god.
Wow. What would you change your name to?
I mean, I don't know.
Peanut
but
butter,
Asmus,
Skip.
two S's.
crunchy.
My wife was giving me shit the other day. She's like, oh my god, you told him the Skippy story. I'm like, oh fuck. So
He
I
doesn't remember.
I love you guys so much. No, I remember that. It was literally like one after dark, and then since then, people are like,
Does
"Oh
she-
my god, they told."
She's worried
you
about the
told them?"
Skippy story. Does she know you showed your ass on live?
Wow.
Dude, I've done. Eddie, I've done a lot worse. That was all the same after dark. And I want to be on tomorrow. I got a couple stories I want to share.
Wow.
Yeah.
If you guys
Dean,
will allow me.
It's that time of the
Wait. Mario, can you read this super sticker?
Shout out to for the super sticker. Thank you so much for your support.
Beautifully done.
Yeah.
Hey.
We're gonna talk about what the scrapyard. Mark, you had made a comment. You wanted to hit up Waters for a custom handsome Mario sculpt. Let me tell you all about Water Scrapyard. They make 3D printed parts for hard to come by Kenner and Hasbro vehicles. You can find them on Facebook, eBay, and Instagram under that name. And if you want a handsome Mario sculpt or any beautiful member of this fantastic panel, send them a message, get a design printed and shipped to your door for a reasonable fee. Guys, Watto's is the best in the biz.
Yeah, and with that, let's give a thanks to our other sponsor for the night, which is 16 Corner. 16 Corner's mission is to provide the best figures and collectibles to their customers. They offer great prices, great packaging, fast shipping, and the best in the business for customer service. Collecting weekly listeners get 10% off in-stock figures while our show is live using the code CW10. Choose your figures, pay safely with PayPal, and leave the rest to them.
Our next category is the best third-party figure, and Manny the Man Gonzalez is going to take over that category for us.
Yo. I can't see anything.
Oh, just kidding. What the hell? Why did it? Sorry.
Well, thank God. I thought I was just drunk.
Zach's on that 0.01p right now. Oh, I can't pronounce this. Ichigo Game Toys? Kurosaki Ichigo?
Mario, what do you say?
Ichikuchi?
Ichikuchi?
Oh my god. I like his mouth when he
Ichikuchi.
said that. The Gunslinger by Lim Toys. Cloud Strife by Virtual Toys. The Fiend by Toys Era. And Hush by SSR.
I went with The Fiend by Toys Era.
Hell yeah.
I've heard so many good things about it, and I think you could have easily made the case for Gunslinger by Lim Toys, but I just think The Fiend. I mean, both of them were sold so well that they got reissued, so to speak. But I just think The Fiend is just an absolutely amazing figure.
Yeah, I went with Virtual Toys Cloud Strife because I'm biased, and that's what the point of the show is. I think it's one of the best releases I've picked up this year. With the deluxe, you get a statue-style polystone base with magnetic swap-out parts, and honestly, for like $200, it's insane. I think the aftermarket price is already easily double. Yeah, I think it's an incredible release.
I went with Gunslinger. The level of accessories are insane. It seems to be doing really well around the community. Mine's just been in transit for like a month, but yeah, that one is it for me. I think Eddie kind of talked me out of The Fiend essentially, but Eddie, what do you think then?
I did not do that. Man,
Yeah, you
he's
did.
lying. I
No,
didn't-
all your fault.
No, not me. I went with Ichikuchi. Beautiful figure. Came with okay. This figure comes with 2 clothing sets. You can get 2 bodies. This is essentially 2 figures, dude. You got to go with Kurosaki Ichigo. They did a gray
Hey, slow
version
down.
this year.
Slow down there, boy. Oh, man.
Holy fuck, man. My bad. Kurosaki Ichigo was a
There you
great
go.
figure by Game Toys. I would have voted for it twice if I could, man. Amazing figure. 3 head sculpts, 2 clothing sets, amazing accessories, die cast weapons. Great figure.
Yeah, for me, I think my brain would say Gunslinger because it looks really cool and it comes with so much bits and pieces. But my heart, I went with Hush, and I know it's received a lot of shit, but
Why did
I actually
we
own
even
this
let Pete
figure.
vote? What?
I own this figure.
Yeah,
and it's
he-
actually really good in hand, and that body doesn't look like that in hand. It looks much better than that. The only thing I would say is there's some quality control issues with it because a lot of us received snapped ears on one of the sculpts because they're resin cast, so they're very brittle. So on the alternative head, which is fine because I'm not using it, I've got a broken ear. So quality control not great, but actually for a comic book Batman, I'm really pleased with him. So I did vote for the Batman. But
Wow. Well, unlike Pete, I went with my brain, and I went with the gunslinger. I mean, this is no. I love the overall presentation. I mean, when I see something in the Old West, and I know this came from was it Red Dead Redemption 2? It's a gorgeous looking piece. I mean, with all the different accessories that it comes with, man. So, and the Ichikuchi, Eddie made a good point about it as far as that it's 2 figures that you get, different outfits and what have you. But still, all that being said, I'm still going with the Gunslinger.
Yeah, I surprisingly went with Ichikuchi. Just
What?
'cause no, I'm just kidding. I went with the Fiend.
Oh, you piece of shit.
No, I own the Fiend, and I think it's so well made. Like I've had it in the same pose on the glider for like a couple months, and just the other day I kind of like stretched his legs out and stood him up, and there's like absolutely no like damage or tear or anything. So I think it's extremely well made. I could be a little biased, but I love that movie. The Raimi trilogy, and that one gets my vote for sure.
I think I voted the Hush more out of bias because Jim Lee Batman, but I want to retract it. Seeing all of them on the big screen or on a screen, I think I gotta say the Fiend. It looks the best overall out of all 5 figures.
If Spider-Man wasn't coming
Mark?
out right now, that would not happen.
This was a little
Mark,
bit of
this
a
is
tough
on you.
decision. As much
do
as
you-
as much as I love Batman and the Hush figure, I've never been a huge fan of the overbuff Batman, and the Cloud. Final Fantasy came out when I was, I don't know, like 10 or 11. So I don't have any of these figures, so I'm just going off of pictures. I think I voted Cloud because that large sword. When I was a kid sketching figures and playing video games, that Cloud figure. It to me it was the most impressive. So I'm not the guy to judge, I'm sure, but what a badass figure. So
There we go. All right.
You right.
Are you guys ready to see the winner?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
And the winner is the Fiend.
The Fiend. Wow.
I'm glad I retracted my vote to vote for the Fiend.
SMH.
it sounds like a drug addict, man.
Dude, if fucking Spider-Man wasn't coming out right now, this figure would
Wow.
have won. Everyone would have forgotten it.
I don't know. It looks good. I
it's a
I
badass
changed my vote
figure.
on the.
Do you have it, Danny?
No, I don't. But I'm
All
just
right,
looking
then
at the
shut the fuck
pictures.
up.
I think it looks good.
Jeez.
How dare you?
Zach, you let him talk to Danny like that?
I love you, Danny.
How dare you?
Zach is like pixelate. He's having some issues. I don't know if he can hear you.
Dude, Zach's still on the fucking
He's
After
talking,
Dark
but
show from last
I don't
week.
hear him.
I think he was muted.
Oh,
Am
Are
I
you on the phone?
pixelated still?
yeah,
a little
dude.
bit.
You're like
Yeah.
it's like your
Yeah.
Grand Theft Auto
You gotta let
gameplay.
the 0.5
Dude, I hope you
pixel.
kept the receipt on that
It's
webcam.
fucking webcam, dude. I'm gonna send it back. Let's get into
Yeah,
the
you
best.
you look like the girls on Chatterbait.
Dude, don't fucking ever come at Chatterbait like that. The best head sculpt. Pete, take it away.
Yeah. So we have the upgrade suit Spider-Man from Hot Toys. Captain Rex, Hot Toys. Captain America, Hot Toys. Gandalf the Grey, Asmus. And Kylo Ren, Hot Toys.
For me, I went with Gandalf the Grey, but I think Kylo Ren was probably one of the most improved. And that's granted, that's not what the category is about, but they improved that sculpt so much from the first solicitation photos to the final release, and I got to give him props for that. But I just think the Gandalf head sculpt is so innovative. It's such an undertaking, and I think relatively speaking, I think they nailed it. I think adding the movable eyes probably hurt them because they had to make the eyes a separate piece. And I don't think they're really at that Hot Toys level yet where they can get them right to the eyelid. But yeah, I went with Gandalf, but Kylo Ren was a close second for me.
Yeah, I mean, really, we've gotten the same Peter Parker head sculpt like a dozen times. Same thing with Captain Rex, just different hair. Fucking, we have like 10,000 Steve Rogers and a handful of Kylo Rens. Gandalf the Grey is the only one that was like a unique sculpt this year. So I went with Gandalf. Although I do agree with you about the Kylo. The final Kylo that came with in the box was much better. But yeah, Gandalf is the only standout on this list for me.
Whoa, there you go. I think I went with Captain America. I have 3 of them on the list. And I really like that Captain America. That was the first. I've owned a couple Captain America figures, and that was the one where I was really happy and satisfied with. You could probably say the same for Kylo Ren. Might have just been more excited about the Captain America, so that could have just been personal bias and me being jaded with it. But yeah, that Kylo Ren one was really good. And I heard somewhere from like some place that does pretty good, somehow knowing the counts, that apparently is getting low on Sideshow. So if you're ever thinking about ordering him, probably get him soon. But yeah, I think I ranked it, in my opinion, Captain Kylo Gandalf or something like that. But
Lane Kramer says, can we give out an honorary worst 1/6 scale of the year to Sideshow General Grievous Trash Compactor? Yeah, tomorrow we'll probably talk about some of the worst things that happened this year. I think we got post worst tomorrow, but we'll try to work on some of that tomorrow. Thank you for the super chat, though.
So this was probably the hardest vote for me personally this year, just because I don't necessarily think these were the best. I don't know if anything was the best, but I think I went with Captain Rex just because I have my own personal thoughts about all of the other ones. If Gandalf the Grey wins this fucking vote, guys.
What the fuck?
Listen, the only one in this fucking panel that has this figure is Mark.
Yeah, but that's not the qualifier.
No one
for
has
who you
seen this
vote
shit in
for.
person. This shit is as bad as Ant-Man, okay? This
How
fucking
dare
thing.
you?
I'm
How
telling you.
dare you? Mark,
I'm
don't let
fucking
him
telling
talk
you
to Gandalf
guys.
like that.
Listen,
Get him out of here.
So,
none of these are the best, but out of all of these wrecks, okay? That's my vote.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a tough category, quite a strong one. I should really vote for Gandalf, but I don't actually think it's the best head sculpt. I think Gandalf is in there on the strength of the rooting. The hair and the beard is really good, fantastic. I don't think it's the best Ian McKellen sculpt around, and
Sideshow, baby.
yeah, definitely. And for me, the eyes really kill it. For every decent photo I've seen of it, I've seen 100 appalling ones that basically like he's got just black holes in his eye sockets, and it's very difficult to make him look good. So I went with Rex. I just think purely on a objective view, I think it's the strongest likeness there. So yeah, I went with Rex.
Yeah, I agree with Pete and his points regarding the Gandalf. I mean, I was thinking the exact same thing in regards to the black eyes because I've seen a ton of photos
yeah.
that portrayed that same look. In my opinion, too, the sculpt isn't really 100%. Dean, yeah, we've received a bunch of Peter Parker head sculpts, but this one is like different that I recall in regards to. I think it's a different sculpt along with the hair is different as well. Same as the Steve Rogers. We did receive a bunch of them, but this one is absolutely different. It's an amazing sculpt. I'm looking at it right now, and I really like it a lot. Yeah, Rex is also great. It's fantastic, but they nailed it since Commander Cody rather, and it's a great portrait. But my vote went to Kylo Ren. I have that one in hand.
Ran? Kylo Ran from
Kylo
what?
Ran. From
Jesus.
this one that I'm looking at right now. A little bit.
No, but what did he run
And
from?
what?
What about Lando? Cuervo asked what I think is the best sculpt of the year.
Hey,
Lando
you know
isn't
what?
on here, but Lando
wasn't
was really
nominated.
fucking-
It's not that
I know.
good.
He
It's
just
not
he
good.
asked,
That's
dude.
how
I'm
it works,
answering
baby.
I'm answering a commentary.
It's not
okay?
bad.
What about
but
the
it's not.
Goblin?
Yeah.
That was a low blow.
You guys derailed Mario. Proceed,
How
Mario.
dare you?
Maybe he ran from the conversation.
What did you vote
Oh
for?
no.
Mario?
Wow, who booted me?
Not me.
Yeah, Kylo Ren.
You're gonna have to forgive me, but I do not remember who I voted for. But I think it's between Spider-Man and Kylo Ren. I think that Kylo Ren is the head sculpt is gorgeous. Like I was just talking about this to my wife the
My
other day.
wife.
Yeah, the other day. I think I really want to pick one of these up later on down the road. I don't think it'll sell out anytime soon, but I think it's pretty sweet looking. So Kylo Ren for me.
I had to go with Captain Rex because I just felt like because we only have an animated head, so I figure you have artistic license. So because the other three, like the Spider, the Holland, the Evans, and the Kylo Ren, they all they look like him, but they kind of look a little off too. in certain areas,
Kylo
so you
Ren?
kind of you can get a little picky. So I felt Rex is perfect. And then Gandalf, I kind of agree with Eddie. I had this figure, and I sold it off to Mark. Out of the box, you don't get it like that. And there's only you have to futz it to get like I've seen Steven Percha and the Seller Toys guy. They do amazing jobs with it, but I don't think I have the ability to do that. So out of the box, you're not gonna get it like that picture, I think. But if you do, then I'd pick Gandalf.
Jesus.
It's not happening. Yeah.
Mark.
So Rex it is.
That with Mark.
I gotta
Thank
wipe
you.
I gotta wipe the drool off my face real quick. My man Dan got me upset. This
Sorry. And I sold him the figure.
he sold me the figure, and literally, I mean, I grew up with the Bespin Luke, and I have the DX07, and that before I got this Gandalf was the #1 figure in my collection. And when I say #1 figure, it was 2 figures. This Gandalf, dude, it changed my fucking life. I've never, because before this, I always thought Rooted Hair was 100% a doll collector. Looks like shit. Why would you do that? Kind of ordeal. Dude, this guy, I mean, I understand. If you have the, kind of how I have it set up right now, because I just put a new LED lights in my Detolfs. I mean, his eyes are going to look sunken, but with the proper lighting, this figure, I mean, looking at him right now, I mean, this motherfucker, he's like, do not pass, man. And I'm just like, no, I won't.
Wow.
The fact, if he literally, if he doesn't win, I'm just like, okay, you
He won't
guys
win.
just hate Asmus. I mean, wow.
Dude, Mark, you sold me. I want the figure back.
No, dude. Honest to God, listen, if you were to put a gun to my head and say, okay, you get 1 figure, or the stupid ass.
What is with you in
fucking
these
stuck
death
on-
scenarios
I know,
with figures?
I can't help it, dude. I love this. I love this figure. This is my #1 figure. of my collection.
If you get in a
And the
car
winner-
accident, what's
Yeah.
the only figure?
Yeah,
that you-
yeah. If I were be reincarnated into any of my figures, it would be in this fucking Gandalf. That's 100%. I love his figure.
Jesus.
Who wins? Who
And
wins?
the winner is Captain Rex.
Yay.
God.
Hold on, real quick.
Bye, Mark.
Real quick. I'm sorry, real quick. How can this win figure of the year when I don't fucking get it? I haven't fucking got it.
It's best
Okay,
head
I'm with you
sculpts.
on that, Mark. I'm with you on that.
This is the best head sculpt category one.
Yeah, it's not even
Two,
figure. of the-
two voting is very. This was the closest. I think one of the closest.
Wait, who is the runner-up?
Gandalf
Don't tell me Gandalf.
by 5
Oh,
votes.
wow.
You're a fucking liar, bro.
I'm not lying.
Show me the votes, motherfucker.
Well, I'm not lying. Why would I?
And
lie
take
about
you
that?
and Mark out of it.
What the fuck?
Mark.
This is a fucking count.
Listen,
How does that not count?
Captain
Captain Rex.
I pre-ordered this.
Stop screaming, Mark. Jesus.
I'm sorry.
Settle the fuck.
Wait, we're
Mark.
seeing spoilers.
Show
We're
us
seeing
the pie
spoilers.
graphs,
Turn
dude.
it off.
It's all
Turn it
about
off.
the pie graphs.
I pre-ordered this dipshit figure in 2020, and it's not in my fucking hands. So
right,
it,
Mark.
so
Equan says
So
Sideshow's
it
giving
cannot
these
be
fucking
voted.
Rexes away, and Mark and I still don't have it.
I don't have one either.
Mark
Fucking
says Mark is absolutely sauced.
100%. Do not fucking say Rex to me. I'm sorry.
What's up,
Let me
Bob?
grab my Rex real
Well, let me
quick.
let me answer Mark.
Oh.
Let me answer Mark here. What are you looking forward most to next year? Mark, your answer is Captain Rex, I assume. For me, it's gonna be. I don't have it on pre-order, but it's gonna be the Hot Toys Spider-Verse Miles. I think that's gonna be a great figure, and I'm probably gonna pick one up. Once it hits in stock. Dean, what about you? Everything coming out? What do you think?
Yeah, the Kids Logic VF1J Armored Valkyrie statue. That's
Mark's whole ass is on the screen.
I thought
I just saw fucking ass.
I missed it.
Dude, it was bright white.
Damn it.
Full moon.
I want to go back and watch the replay. Someone pull that up, please. I'm sorry, Dean. What were you saying?
the
Dude, Mark's grabbing his Gandalf.
Kids Logic
He just left.
VF1J statue.
Jesus Christ. How was his pants so far down?
Dude, I don't think he's wearing any
Fucking
pants.
Dylan.
coins slot machine.
Dylan, what are you?
That's the moon.
That's the moon.
It's bright like one though.
Oh
The light
man.
reflected off that bitch like it was one. It's like, God.
Look like Mario's fucking face light.
What I'm looking forward to the most next year, I would say for me, it's probably either the Mezco 1989 Batman, or no, it's between that or the Alien for Mezco. And then for Hot Toys, it's still Jango Fett. I'm pretty sure that was mine last year. That's fucking annoying, actually. But yeah,
Jesus. I forgot about Jango Fett.
that's what I want out of Hot Toys the most.
Jesus. This is an easy answer for me. Most people know. Fucking Batman Forever. Val Kilmer, Batman, and fucking Chris O'Donnell? Is that his fucking name? Robin?
The package.
Yep. The package, man. Those two Hot Toys. I've never wanted a Hot Toy as bad as I want those two Hot Toys, so I can't wait.
Thank you, Manny.
Yeah, I got quite a few. It's always difficult to know. I always lose track of Hot Toys and actually when they're going to be out. Are they going to be out in 2022, 2023? Actually, the Mandalorian Child, the Chrome one. I haven't owned one yet. Held up for that one, so looking forward to that.
You lucky fucking.
One out of left field, which came out the other day. The Lord of the Caspian Sea, which is the SW Toys
my
Barbossa.
man.
So I've pre-ordered that. That looks really good. Be a nice piece to go with Jack Sparrow.
Kiki says, Mark on my daughter's account legit almost lost my shit by headphones. Mario, what are you looking for?
What are we talking
Yeah,
about?
dude, why
What
was
are
your
we-
ass out, dude?
I had to piss so bad, and then the cord was attached. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's you typing that.
Mark is Kiki?
That's my. This computer
Dude,
was
Mark has like
assigned on
four.
my daughter's
Okay, make
account.
sure your mic is plugged in because I don't think it's plugged in anymore.
So he said he had to piss so bad. That's why his pants were halfway down.
Dude,
He was
Did
rocking
you
the
make it?
Israeli carry. He was rocking the Israeli carry.
Whoa.
Walk into his living room really
Let's
quick.
take it
just took
easy
a little
there,
piss.
guy.
That sounds.
Anyways, what else we got here?
Mario,
What am I
right?
looking forward to next year?
What is
I don't know. Everything. I
Surviving
don't know,
another
dude.
year.
Yeah, there you go.
He's not even that old. What?
He's younger than me.
Yeah,
The
you
senior citizen
Those-
menu at Denny's.
Those,
All right, let's move
fuck.
on.
Oh man.
Best
Eddie's mad because he
1/6
can't get a discount.
Starting off, the Croissant Guard by Hot Toys. Well, Croissant. Captain Rex by Hot Toys. Mysterio by Hot Toys. Mandalorian the Child by Hot Toys. Pete, if you didn't fucking vote for this one.
Dylan too.
Yeah,
I did.
Dylan too. Miles Morales by Hot Toys.
Why does everyone think I didn't vote for these fucking?
Well, you didn't nominate, so I didn't think you would probably not vote either. I think of all these, I've seen Rex, Mysterio, and Miles Morales in person, and then I own the Mando and the Child. I think Miles Morales. The suit is just the texture, the paintwork, the lenses, the accessories. It's a badass figure.
I was thinking of picking him up. Is it worth getting?
I don't have it, but I've seen it.
Oh, I see. Well, why haven't you got it
Yeah.
then?
Well, see the way my money works. Dean, what'd you vote for in this category?
Captain Rex. Coruscant Guard is good, but it's just kind of plain. It's like there's just nobody. It's just a clone. Mysterio sucks. Mandalorian and Child came out last year. Miles Morales, probably the second best. So I'm going Captain Rex.
I think that was mine too. I really like the Coruscant Guard. Everything that came out of that. I also
Jesus.
I also have, I think, 3 off this list. I really did like the Mandalorian and the Child a lot. That one was a really good, I guess, set. And to be honest, that probably would have been my figure of the year if Rex didn't impress me more. I was really excited about Rex. One of the things I always kicked myself for was never getting the Black Series, like that or the convention exclusive one. And this pretty much alleviated any of that. So I was really excited to get that. I was pretty much Spider-Man'd out by last year. Like, I really liked that advanced suit from last year that they did. And Mysterio is the only one that I have not like seen anything on, really, besides Manny's pictures. What about you, Eddie?
So I think it comes down to 3. Coruscant Guard, Mandalorian, and Miles. I love the Coruscant Guard. I don't think I've ever had a funner time posing a figure, messing around with figure. The Coruscant Guard is fucking amazing, but it can't beat the other 2. Based off accessories, everything. The other 2 just come with way more. I wanted to vote for Mandalorian because of the memes. I'm not going to lie. This was a fucking hassle of a figure, and I wanted it to win just because of the memes.
But
But
fucking Civil War in the chat.
the Miles, guys. Listen, I saw this Miles in person at LACC. This fucking figure is probably the best Spider-Man figure we've ever seen. This shit is beautiful. It's fucking insane. And the accessories, it takes it over the top. So Miles, hands down, wins this category.
Best Spider-Man figure ever. You better be able to get that in any fucking pose you want, pretty much.
Oh,
man.
dude,
It
I'm
can.
telling you, get this figure.
All right.
Yeah, it looks good. I'm tempted to get one. Of course, I've voted for Mando and Child. Out of principle, as much as anything else.
Jesus
Good man,
H.
Pete.
Christ.
Good man. Stick to your guns. I like it.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mark. I voted for Captain Rex. It's a great figure, man. I mean, I was actually impressed with the head sculpt. Yeah, I mentioned before, we've got it since Commander Cody, but I mean, they've been doing such a great job with it, and it just seems like every time that I see it on another figure, it's just I'm still as impressed as I was previously. With all the details, with the paint amps, and the fact that it comes with the other 332nd, helmet, it looks fantastic, man. And I love them. I love looking at them, right here in the mod case. So, Captain Rex, it is.
Yeah, so the other day I was able to see the Miles in person, and like it was gorgeous. Like it even caused me to want to own something Miles, and I'm not the biggest Miles fan, so I had to go with the Marvel Legends. But that Miles Morales figure is stunning, and for that reason, my pick is Mysterio. That thing is even better, I think. I unboxed it, set it up, and I put the little the hand effects on, and I put a little bit of green lighting on it. I stared at that thing for like 10 minutes straight. It's absolutely stunning. I love it. So and
The
it's right
seam
here
didn't
in
bother
front of
you?
me. No. I mean, when you have that dome on, I mean, on or off, I don't really notice it too much. I think it's gorgeous. I like it better with the dome on rather than the head sculpt. The head sculpt is cool, but I think the dome is the better look, and that one gets my pick.
You can't fit a
What
Christmas
I
hat
am
on
looking
the
forward
dome.
to most next year is for Mark to get his Captain Rex. But that's also my pick of this year is Rex. I just think it's a stacked figure. It's probably the best clone trooper, I think. So the sculpt's amazing. You got all the comma, the ARC trooper type armor. You got two helmets. It's just a good sculpt. I mean, it's just a good figure overall. It's my top pick. Take it, Mark.
As much as I hate that all the nominees are Hot Toy figures, I mean, figure-wise, they are the best figures. Now, the Mandalorian and the Child, I think I got in August, and everybody else got it in December, the year before.
We're not all rich, Mark. We
So
didn't
you're
order
gonna get
from Toys
Rex in
Wonderland.
August.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm quite literally wondering when I'm gonna get Rex. So I don't even remember. I think I passed on this one, to be honest with you, because I couldn't vote for any of them because I didn't have any of them because I fucking ordered 2 of them day one, and I got Mandalorian and the Child, which is it's a great deluxe. But I got it fucking 8 months later than everybody else, and it was a deluxe. So when people say,
Deluxe?
Why are you saying it like that?
Deluxe?
well, because
Yeah,
everybody's
why?
like, oh,
This isn't fucking Del Taco, motherfucker.
the defense for it being a shittier figure than the one they're getting ready to release is that, oh, you get the Pram. Well, you know what? You can have my fucking Pram if I can trade you for the shiny fucking legit figure. So, you know what? Fuck this category. I fucking pass.
Well,
Fuck
with
it.
that being said, the winner is Captain Rex by Hot Toys.
Okay. Okay, that'll be my 2022 nomination.
We have
forward to.
some breaking news.
When I get it, when the fucking humidity is 120%.
Oh,
Hot Toys
you
No Way
fucking
Home
love to see
Doctor
it.
Strange. I won't pull up the pictures because I don't really want to see a spoiler in the comments, but this has just been
Wait,
announced.
don't you
Looks
want to
it
see
has
my
some-
comment?
Dude, I
No,
love
Not
this.
really. Not really.
Okay.
So
Dude, that's
we'll
pretty
talk about
badass.
that maybe on the Patreon special, but if not, it'll be the week after. Up next, Mario Statue of the Year. We're almost rounding the bend for the end of the show.
Yes,
Take
sir.
us on, Mario.
And announcing the nominees, we've got The Mandalorian and the Child from Iron Studios. We've got Gandalf versus the Balrog from Prime 1. Catwoman from Tweeterhead. Mythos Asajj Ventress from Sideshow. And a Silver Surfer from Sideshow.
With this category, 3 that really stuck out to me. Gandalf versus the Balrog, the Iron Studios Mandalorian, and to be honest, I was blown away by all the videos and the photos that I saw of the Tweeterhead Catwoman. But with everything said and done at the end of the day, I voted for Gandalf versus the Balrog because it is a stunning piece, and it's a grail. I think it's going to be one of those statues that, unfortunately, I'm not going to get right now. Don't have the space, but it's a stunning piece.
Yeah, Gandalf and Balrog is the only thing in this list I would ever consider adding to my collection.
Sorry, I could have been talked into anything here. I said initially Catwoman, but I kind of thought this probably kind of says it too, but the Gandalf versus the Balrog is like almost unfair. It's almost like an entire diorama set piece rather than just like kind of a single statue like what a lot of these are. It's almost like in another entire category for how insane that is. So that probably should win, to be honest. What's that?
They're all. What do you mean? Asajj
You're focusing
diorama
way too.
base?
You're focusing on the wrong thing. What I said here. I said for that reason it should be number 1 because it almost like doesn't even belong with all these other ones. It was like a compliment to it.
I guess I still don't understand, but
We'll take the compliment.
Yeah, because if
I'll take-
anything, what Zach is saying is like Gandalf could be the Baby Yoda to the Mandalorian.
exactly, yeah. Like
Yeah.
the Balrog is clearly the focal point
Yeah.
of the statue.
Yeah.
Sure, but look how big the entire piece is. Like you get like the 2 standoff ledges for both of
Judge
them and
something
all of
based on
that.
its size. That's a fucking hater.
In a
if I've ever
sense,
seen one.
just what it
Jumbo.
all entails as
Leave it to the small talk guy.
centrally, but
Yeah, I hate to see it.
Whoa, whoa, hey, Jumbo. You know the Jumbo, yeah?
Jumbo, baby.
it just looks like a deluxe, you know.
Jesus Christ. That needs to be clipped.
Nuts.
He said deluxe so aggressively.
And so many times.
It's a deluxe.
Can we get a
deluxe.
sticker for that?
They
That's
sent
a
me
sticker.
a
Can we get a
Small talk
Can we get
sticker.
a deluxe tick?
I already designed it. It's already good to go. I'm just.
You bought me a motherfucking big man.
Dude, Danny said tech like he got stabbed in a stomach ulcer. Dude, I need to go back and view that again.
Christ.
He said tech like he was retching.
Yeah.
Dude, thank you for the show, bro.
Deluxe
All right, so
Anyways.
for me personally, this is no surprise. I love the Silver Surfer. That's the best anatomy sculpt we've gotten this year. I'm not
Yours
gonna
was
lie.
broken, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't broken. It didn't peg in all the way. Irregardless,
That's broken.
Look, I don't own it anymore.
Hey, when
I
that
sent it back to
happens.
Sideshow. They gave me my money back. That's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about the winner of this fucking best statue of the year, and I voted for Gandalf because out of all of these, if you put all of these against the Gandalf, none of them win. Look,
Agreed.
many people say the Mandalorian is their favorite Mandalorian this year. All right,
That's a good
fine.
statue.
Yeah, the Tweeterhead Catwoman, amazing. The Mythos
Beautiful.
Asajj Ventress, one of the best Mythos statues from this year. The
I
other
think
ones
that's
are
the
better. The
weakest
old
of it.
ones are better. But this is the best of the Mythos, the newly announced ones. The Silver Surfer, amazing sculpt by Daniel Bell, but nothing compares to this Gandalf. You can't argue that. So the Gandalf wins.
I think people argued it.
Yeah, well, people are stupid. Pete, what did you?
Yeah, Gandalf Balrog. I don't own any statues. I don't have the dollar for it or the space. But if I was to have any one of these, Gandalf the Balrog, it's amazing. I'm very jealous of Mark that he's actually getting one. It looks incredible. It lights up. It's one of the best scenes in the whole Lord of the Rings trilogy, and hands down Gandalf Balrog.
Almost like cinema history, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yep, definitely.
It's gonna be great to see when Mark gets that Gandalf versus the Balrog before he gets Captain Rex.
So he's happy now.
Jesus.
Don't
Yeah, look
mention
at him,
Rex.
dude.
If only his kids were going to college.
Yeah. No, look, a lot of these are. Look at Mark, beautiful, beautiful angel there. No, a lot of these are all banger hits, man. I mean, I have the Iron Studios Mandalorian in hand. It's absolutely stunning. The tweeter head from all the photos that I've seen and all the talk that it's getting for the tweeter head Catwoman, again, that's an absolute masterpiece. I mean, they nailed that with Michelle Pfeiffer. Yeah, the Surfer's alright. The Asajj Ventress, I have it in hand, and I absolutely love it. I mean, you guys are making a bunch of arguments, or making arguments rather, for the Gandalf versus the Balrog, which I 100% agree with. I mean, this is a stunning, stunning piece, and I really want to add this to the collection as well. But I'm gonna go ahead and vote based off what I have on the collection, and I'm gonna go with the Asajj Ventress.
Does Prime 1 ever differ from their like promo pictures? Like, because one of the knocks I had,
Joker?
I think, on
Yeah.
They changed the Gandalf a bit. Like,
Yeah,
people complained about it and they changed it.
his nose are the size of my garage in that statue. So that was my only complaint. So that's what I was going to ask about.
Jesus Christ.
So for me, I don't really keep up with statues. I can appreciate them, but like Pete says, I don't have the money for them, and I don't have the space either. But the other day, John Ortiz said that he was going to order Catwoman, and he sent me a couple pictures, and I had to go look it up myself, and I was like, wow, this is actually pretty cool. Like, if I was to get one, I'd get the Catwoman. Plus, she's a babe in the movie, and or I guess in real life.
You're
so,
not wrong, man.
Yeah,
You're
so
not
I'm
wrong.
gonna go with Catwoman.
Mario. Sounds like Manny doesn't listen to In and Outs.
You hate to see it.
No, he obviously
Oh,
doesn't.
no.
But you know what? Hey, I love Manny nonetheless, bro.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
Danny, you're on.
Danny,
mute,
are
my
you new?
guy.
You fucking guy.
Go, Danny.
Danny, you're on.
Danny.
Hey, hey, Jumbo. You know the Jumbo, yeah?
Press
That's
Command
my-
D.
Oh,
Danny.
my bad.
There you
I
go.
gotta go. I gotta go Gandalf. Dude, I had all this thing I said. I gotta say it again. I gotta go with the Balrog. It's just overall presence beats everything else. Like, not only do you have that big hulking Balrog, you got Gandalf, which they improved. Because I remember at the beginning, I was like, "Whoa, the scope looks a little weird," because it's it's a tiny Gandalf. But then they actually showed better pictures of the final product, so that was great that they improved upon that sculpt, and then or paint, and then you got the diorama, like the base part. It's just like all the detail that went into the masonry work and all that stuff, and then there's even sculptures in there. The
Dwarfs.
yeah, sculptures in the back. So it's like, it's just, you're
It's
getting the
all
most
about
bang
that
for your
base.
buck, I think, for the Balrog. But Catwoman's my second pick. I think they did an amazing job on Catwoman.
So
Tweeter
for
heads
that
knocking it out of the
Balrog
park.
one, is that before or after he defeats Dumbledore?
Wow.
Oh, motherfucker.
This fucking guy.
I mean, Dumbledore would obviously win, but okay, I'm gonna shut up.
Dude, did you
Let's
see
just
the
go to
trailer
the winner, because we all
for
know what Mark's
Fantastic
picking.
Beasts 3?
I haven't yet. I will tonight.
Oh
though.
my god, that shit is
Mark,
baller.
what did you vote for?
Okay.
Catwoman.
Turn your mic
Mark
around.
Mark can't even think right now. He's mad.
Mike's all backwards.
He's pissed.
I'm sorry. I had to.
His pants are
Mark
off. He's
picked Silver
pissing in the
Surfer.
living room.
Taking a shit in the living room.
My daughter literally gives me Harry Potter like fucking. She gives me shit. But out of these 5, it's okay. Well, the Mandalorian is Okay, he's going down the catwalk. Well, okay, well I've seen that figure a dozen times. He can go fuck himself. I don't know how he's nominated.
Whoa.
I'm so tired of seeing the Mandalorian and the Child. You know,
Just
what I mean?
Iron
Personally.
Studios one.
Yeah, well, I mean, it looks great, but
The right thigh pad is fucked up, but okay.
the Silver Surfer, it's one of the best NES games of all times, but you guys are too young for that. The Mythos Asajj, okay, well, even though she's a bald chick, they managed to make her sexy, and that was, oh my god, that was way better than when they talk.
Who did you vote for?
Basically a hot toy.
Well, okay. Well, Asajj is third. I'm counting down.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, the Catwoman, Michelle Pfeiffer. I mean, in leather. Oh my god, like literally. Okay, I'll go to jail. Michelle Pfeiffer. Okay. But anyway, that fucking Gandalf on the Balrog. It's not the fucking statue of the year. It is the statue of fucking the 21st century. I mean,
Forever.
oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah.
He had to count.
Wow.
That is a fucking. It is a cinema scene. It is an entire collection. It is a fucking masterpiece, a centerpiece. I want to put. I wish it would come this week because I have fucking Christmas in my house, and I would love to put that on the middle of the
Mark
table.
was coming this week.
The
I'm
exclusive though, right, Mark? The exclusive.
I did actually get the exclusive because I couldn't help it.
Nice.
My guy.
Because the fucking whip is what
Thank you.
grabs Gandalf. Oh my god! I mean,
I wish
sorry.
that
turn it down.
Sean was on, so like the Marvel fanboy could
You're the
go
only
head to
one.
head with the fucking Lord of the Rings
Jesus.
fanboy on the show.
Remember,
gotta use-
Christmas is at Mark's house, so if you want some of that, get over to Mark's.
I need a towel after that. I'm sorry. I gotta
Mario,
change
go
my
ahead.
clothes. I'm sorry.
And the winner is,
Yay.
to no surprise, the Gandalf versus the Balrog. Congratulations to Prime One Studios.
Zach, what was second? Can you show
let
us?
me check.
Show us at the end of the show if you.
It was
that's what
Silver
you were gonna
Surfer.
do.
Don't lie to me. I know it was.
No,
way
Silver
it's a
Surfer
Silver
was
Surfer.
dead last.
Get the fuck.
Not kidding.
Wait till you guys see it, dude. It's
Yeah,
gonna
I'll
be
show you.
fucking
I'll show you guys
Eddie,
all the
you're-
results.
Eddie, you're biased, bro.
Eddie, you couldn't
Figure
even keep
of
yours.
the year.
Jesus. This because I'm broke.
No, it, bro.
501st Street by Hot Toys. Mysterio by Hot Toys. Captain Rex by Hot Toys. Miles Morales by Sentinel. And Ahsoka Tano by Hasbro. I
don't know how this
with
figure-
Miles. It was not, bro. You know me. It hurt me to make these slides, bro. Hurt me not to put Gandalf the winner. Hurt me not to put fucking other things, but here we are.
Dude, where's
I went with
Tech?
Miles Morales.
Yeah, Dick is on here.
I went with Miles Morales. Though close to voting for Mysterio or Captain Rex. Seeing Mysterio in person fucking blew my mind. With the seam included, which is fucking bananas.
Yeah. Let me preface this with I think the figure is great, Mysterio wise. I just think the character's fucking stupid. I went with Rex.
Wait, in the movie or overall?
In the movie, I didn't like him.
Oh, okay.
It was just an Iron Man villain. They're fucking
Max
stupid.
Max's Geekdom says, "What's the category? It's the
Wait,
figure
he's
of the
not
year.
Iron Man. He's a Spider-Man villain.
So of all categories."
Yeah, so I went with Captain Rex because I've had mine for 6 months now.
You motherfucker.
Me too. I've just had it so long and enjoyed it for such a long time that it's just
I know I'm almost ready to
been one of
sell
my.
it.
Yeah, it's just been.
Yeah, me too.
The Green Boy.
Yeah, I've almost wore it out by now, I think. But that's
How
what I went
dare
with,
you.
actually. That's what
Sexual.
That's what I actually went
You'll
with.
go to jail for that, dude.
I probably deserve it. I really did like it overall. I think that was my figure of the year. I wanted to go with Qui-Gon Jinn because I was so
Dean's got his
excited
skin
about that one, but this one just pretty much blew me away.
I got a second Captain Rex. So.
Fucking guy, dude.
Why would you say that to me?
Look. I feel Mark's pain.
Sneak
I
this.
order.
Listen.
I live 30 minutes from fucking Sideshow. I I could go pick the motherfucking thing up if I wanted to. These motherfuckers, I order from this comic shop for the sole purpose of getting it fucking first. I don't have mine yet, my Rex. What the fuck? They got it in Texas before me? Motherfuckers.
Got it in North Dakota before you.
Jesus fuck. Look. Why the fuck is Ahsoka Tano on this list?
That's what was nominated.
Wait.
Why the fuck?
Ahsoka's on this list because people actually fucking got it that pre-ordered it.
Okay, I'll give you that, Mark. I see. I think I went with the 501st Trooper because I have him. I got one right here. This is the best fucking hot toy I've got this year. So it's essentially 3 different figures in one. So I went with the 501st.
I think before I go into who I voted for, I think we debated it on OFAC last show that it's interesting that 501st Trooper didn't make the best one 6th, and yet he's
Because
turned
it
up
wasn't
in.
nominated.
Yeah, I know,
That's
but
how that works.
it's an interesting one, though, isn't it? That
Zach,
people
quit
have
taking
gone
that
for
to
him
heart.
Figure
Part
of
of
the
the
year.
conversation.
I sat everyone down before the show and said that's not what we're talking about today.
fucking Gandalf was only nominated because you motherfuckers are biased.
Whoa. You don't need to whisper that shit. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
Guys, I even went to Zach before the show and I was like, how does everybody think that fucking 3-0 is the most improved and not a single fucking 3-0 figures on the list? So there's definitely, you just whoever nominates.
No, I'm not saying there's anything.
Well,
dodgy,
there was
just
3-0 in the.
It's an
non-scale
interesting
category.
one. And if it was
They
to
haven't
win,
released anything.
I've gotten all my figures.
if the 501st was to win, it's just interesting that it's it wins best figure of the year, but not 1/6. I voted for Rex. Sorry, Mark.
Yeah, out of all of these figures, I also went with the 501st. Look, the 501st was just like what Eddie mentioned. This is one of those figures that's a 3-in-1. I mean, you can display it as a 332nd or a 501st from the phase 1 or phase 2. Comes with an abundance of accessories. It's an absolutely banger figure. So 501st is my figure of the year on this list.
For me, it's Mysterio. Like I said, as soon as I took it out of the box, posted it up, I stared at it. It has absolutely stunning shelf presence, and I adore it. So yeah, Mysterio.
I gotta go with Rex again. It's just one of the best clone troopers. They did a great job of making it from animated to sort of realistic. So it's Captain Rex. Go, Mark.
Well, for me, Captain Rex is going to be a great figure in 2022, and I mean, I can't wait. When that ball drops, I'll be excited for it. But for now, fuck that figure. It's not on my list. And Mysterio, as far as snow globes go, I mean, it looks like a great figure. I wish. No, actually, that Mysterio figure looks like a great figure. And the Miles Morales figure, I almost wanted to vote for it just because. How Zach's high praise, but literally out of all these figures, the only one I have is the Ahsoka figure. And again, 3.75 wise, that is probably the greatest figure that Hasbro, Kenner, or anybody has done in 3.75. If anybody that has it knows, it's like, wow, it's amazing. It's amazing at that scale what they can do, because at that scale and under that is the greatest figure that I have ever fucking seen. And I only have one right now, and I want to open it up so bad. I mean, just in the package, it's fucking beautiful. So I have another one pre-ordered. So, and I mean, I've scaled back on the vintage collection, but as far as that figure personally, it's fucking incredible. And you can just tell from the joint set, like everything's tighter. It's so much nicer. Because the first Ahsoka figure they made was complete trash, but the card back looked nice. And that one, the card back sold for like, what, $800, $900? So for me, I voted for Ahsoka because Captain Rex is not a 2020 release to me, or 2021 or whatever the fuck year it is. That figure is not out yet in my mind. So, whenever that figure comes out, I'll let you know what it looks like. So... And if anybody has one to sell, I'll
Mark, we all know what
Text
it
on
looks like.
sale.
It's on our shelves.
motherfucker. I'm
Dean
going on
Fern
mute.
says, "What shoes did you get?" You're on mute, bro.
Fuck Sideshow, by the way.
There's just some New Balance. I need a new
Oh,
shoes.
dude, I thought those were fucking VF1J sneakers. On the bottom, look at the bottom. They look
Hey!
like the blue, red, and white.
Dean, you're not a father.
And the winner is Captain Rex by
Hey! Eddie,
Clean
fuck
sweep
you.
of
There's
the
some dad
awards.
shoes.
Yeah.
a clean sweep. 6 Scale Mafia says he got his Rex on October 6th. Let's go over some of the voting stuff, and then we'll draw our award winners so you guys can see kind of how the votes were dispersed. So let me bring that up real quick. Most Improved Company 3-0 took it with 58% of the votes, followed by So-So Toys, J&D Studio, McFarlane Toys, and Hasbro. Best Overall Company with 48.9% of the vote, Hot Toys, Prime 1, 3-0, NECA, and Mezco with 6 votes. Best Under 35, NECA Goliath with 36% of the vote, followed by Ahsoka, Miles Morales, Bo-Katan, which were both tied, and Black Series Tit. Best Non-Traditional Scale with 44.7% of the vote was Grogu, with VF1 Armored Valkyrie at 17.6% of the votes, and second, tied for third, was RoboDow Ava Unit 1 and Ahsoka, and then Jazzware's Charizard figure with 6 votes. For Best 112th, Sentinel Miles Morales took it with 34% of the vote, followed by Mezco Conan, Bo-Katan, Miles Morales, and Tick. Best third-party figure with 53% of the vote, Toys Era The Fiend, followed by Lim Toys Gunslinger, VTS Cloud Strife, Hush Batman, and Game Toys Ichigo with a whopping 2 votes.
You hate to see it.
Hot Toys Captain Rex with 30% of the vote for Best Head Sculpt, followed by Asmus Gandalf, so that's 5 votes difference. In-game Captain America, Upgrade Suit Spider-Man, Hot Toys Kylo Ren in
bullshit.
5th. Best 1/6 scale figure, Hot Toys Captain Rex with 36% of the vote, followed by Mando Deluxe, Hot Toys Mysterio, and Miles Morales. Statue of the Year with 44% of the vote, Prime 1 Gandalf versus Balrog, Tweeterhead Catwoman in 2nd, Asajj Ventress in 3rd, Iron Studios Mando and the Child in 4th, and Sideshow Silver Surfer in 5th.
What the fuck?
Figure of the Year, Captain Rex, Hot Toys with 44.3% of the vote, Mysterio with 29.5%, Hot Toys 501st with 17%, and then tied with 4 votes apiece, Sentinel Miles Morales and Ahsoka Tano for 4th place.
Was there something that didn't get a vote at all, Zach? You have a couple.
Only, I just noticed right now, only one that did not get a vote was Coruscant Guard in the best 1/6 scale figure category, which is kind of awkward because we're about to give one away tomorrow. But
I'll take it.
I guess when you're up against those odds, that's what happens. We are giving away $100. All you had to do to be eligible to enter was vote and leave your email. These are the people that entered. So we have 110 people.
What?
So from 3 to 110.
That's not possible.
How's
I
that
don't
not
see my
possible?
name.
Go back and look at your pie charts. Only 80. Those things had
Well, no.
88
This is for
votes.
nominating and voting.
Oh,
You
that
dingus.
seems fishy. Yeah, let me just nominate now.
Is my name on there?
What are you talking about? You could nominate and also vote.
But they
Wait, am I on there though?
did one
No,
of the
we
others.
took the host off.
Wait,
I'm not even like
I'm
a
a
real
guest.
host.
What the?
are you
What do you mean you're
talking
not a
about?
real host? What does that mean? Okay, so
Motherfuckers on
110
every stream. I'm not like a host.
3 to 110.
what?
All right, you broke my heart, Eddie.
I want that hundo.
All right, so 3 to 110, and the winner. We'll just do one click, and the winner is number 14, and that is gonna be
Please be my
back
sister.
here. It was your sister. I'd draw again. Who was it? Number 14.
Colin
Kim.
Colin
Kim. Do we know this guy?
Absolutely not.
Nope. But Colin Kim. I'll send you an email. Let's say you got what 2
Hey,
weeks to write
congrats,
back.
Colin Kim.
Yeah,
So
congrats.
congratulations
No,
to
no,
Colin
no.
Kim.
2 weeks
Now
is
here's
too long.
here's the
Give 1 week.
qualifier. Yeah, 1 week. Okay, whatever.
1
Here's
week.
the qualifier. It has to be to a store that has gift cards that I can just buy online. I don't want to have to be calling your mom and pop store and give my credit card over the phone. So
Just send them a money
that's the
order.
qualifier. I'll send you a fucking bag of pennies.
Western Union.
No, Hildoggo, he won a
Just
course.
ask for a
Hold
social
on.
really quick.
Pete, let's say thank you to the people that keep the show going.
Wow.
Yep. Thank you to the Patreonies. We've got Sean Fear, Ian CB, Rene Mendez, Eric Mariscal, Quinn Aguirre, Leo, or Lima Hernandez, King Louis, Mark Pearson. Oh, I love you, Mark. Paul Schreiber, James Colley, Zhao Brader, Equan, Chris Fallon Serena, Ben Thomas, Chris Leddy, Ruben KS Rivera Jr., Sweet Danny Lee, Deanie Martin, Stephen Crep, Big Fern, King Zach, Caesar American, Mike Cruz, Lisa Martin Bermondsky, Rick De Gregorio, Alvin Jules, John the Everyday Collector. Hope everything's going well, John, with your imminent arrival.
Might have
yeah.
a new this. There you go, imminent arrival.
Yeah, definitely.
Out for delivery.
Wow.
Ricardo Valdez, Jose CZ, Owen Hasusina, Asusina, that's just Rayner, Alan Morgan, Bowler Boy, Jimmy James, Mario, Stephen Percher, Sean Yahtzee, Scott Bradley, Stephen Maria Stanley, Jesse Contreras, Eddie Manzanares, Joe Corpus, Louis Bennett, Kevin Vagar, Chip Perrin, Jimmy Hernandez, and Brenton Palmer. And how's it go, Dean?
Wow.
Dude, I almost wanted.
Amazing.
I almost
Best
want to join
read.
the Patreon just so I
I
can
know.
hear Pete say my name.
That was amazing.
For December, we got some great benefits. We have the episode 200 holographic sticker, the Money Mendez sticker. We're also throwing in a Christmas card designed by Man, the Myth, the Legend, Manny the Man Gonzalez, and 2 special items from Letty's Collectibles. So stay tuned for that. We have 3 tiers. The Sweet Angel tier, which is $5 a month, which is stickers and access to Ox After Dark Replay. The $15 Certified Crispy tier, which is all the benefits of the previous tier and a $15 Certified Crispy certificate. The $25 tier, which is doubles of all the stickers we send, and a signed 18x24 silhouette poster. Tomorrow, if you're a Patreon as of December 1st, you're eligible for a croissant guard giveaway that we're going to be doing live on After Dark. We're going to spin a big wheel and see how that goes. But yeah, that's going to be a free giveaway that we're doing tomorrow. Some terms and conditions apply. If you're one of our international Patreonies, we'll give you a shipping credit. But other than that, pretty much everyone's going to be eligible if you're not a host. So stay tuned for that. And it's for the listeners, guys.
You're a host, Eddie.
You know how shitty that would be if we won it.
I remember like when we were so
but I'm a
small
Patreon
and
member.
hosts were the only ones to enter anyways. Hosts have won so many awards.
Yeah,
Wow,
I
I
won.
hate to see it.
Dude, I won one giveaway from.
Small talk.
Well, yeah, but it was sponsored by the guys from.
Oh, yeah.
What the? Dude, I'm drawing a blank on there. Chris Leddy and them.
Oh, 6 Scale Scavenger.
The scavengers?
Yeah, thank you so much.
How dare you.
And Zach was like, "You can't win it," and I was like, "Okay, fine." So they like gave it to somebody else, but that person never claimed it. So Zach was like, "I guess you could have it," and I never even bothered to get it.
Did I not just read his
Lemur
name out?
Hernandez, you're a Patreoni, my guy. Yeah, you're a Patreoni. So as long as you're
Patreon member.
yeah, as
We
long
call
as you're
Patreon.
as long as you're current on your Patreon dues, you'll be eligible. And everyone, there was some ways to get some bonus entries, but those are all closed now. YouTube channel members, we got Mojo Z78, Absolute Irwin, Test Jess 1, OG Fan, the Bemricas, and Mark Pearson. You guys keep the channel going. Membership prices start at 99 cents. You get some loyalty badges and emojis and member shoutouts. Or the Peanut Gallery, if you're not a Patreon member, is $3, and you get all the benefits of the previous tier and member shoutouts. Here's a look at the network. Pratt
What
Tioni,
is
people with Hot
happening?
Toys Rex already. Jesus.
Motherfucker.
I hate to see it.
We got
Come
Small
on.
Talk, CW Live, OFAC Podcast, Live and Let Dice, In and Outs of Collecting, The Ringcast, Collecting Weekly Live Unboxing, After Dark, and Brick and Brews. Here's a look at our social media. We got Collecting Weekly on Facebook and Collecting Weekly Auxiliary. You can join us if you want to goof, gaff, and laugh. We have Collecting Weekly Live on Instagram at Collecting Weekly, at Collecting Weekly _clips, at The Everyday Collector, and at Ins and Outs of Collecting Subscribe to us if you want to do that. We also have. Kiki says, "Why you heard Mark like that? Why are you talking in the third person?" We also have a TeePublic if you want to support the show. We got some great,
I don't know. I'm sorry.
some great designs up there on TeePublic, and definitely get those on scale. Friends of the show, we got 6 Scale Scavengers, Optical 20, PJ the Paradox Nerd, KG Collector, JB Collection, Rogue 16, Boogie Manny, Joant from Third Party Reviews, DCX 16 Scale Man, John the Everyday Collector, Will Foxification, Just Another Friday Night, 6 Scale Reviews, Casual Nerd Problems, Cash to Gemini, P Rockzilla, and 16 Fix. Do you guys have any shout outs you want to give?
Shout out to you for putting it together. I know it's a lot of work and headache
Oh,
and
yeah.
everything, but it's a lot of fun.
Thank you,
Dude,
Zach.
that intro
Thank you.
video gave me so much trouble today.
Who-
It was
yeah, that
fucking
intro
nightmare.
video was fucking amazing.
Oh, I got the
Dude, it
It
feels
gave
on
me
that one.
goosebumps.
Yeah.
Gave me an erection.
I feel
Dude,
like
I
was so
missed
good.
it. My
you have to
fucking
catch
right
up.
before the show started, everyone's screen went black, and I just had wheels spinning, and then StreamYard kicked me out. I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
Damn it.
Taskmaster, baby.
Shout out to Mark. Mark,
Oh my god.
you could be as drunk as you want, dude.
I love
You
you
joining
guys.
the stream, you're fucking hilarious, dude. It's
The
amazing.
life
I
of the
love you
party.
guys.
Oh, thanks for
What
putting
an
up with me.
angel.
Shout out to
Shout
you
out to
guys,
Danny for making me
my
laugh.
overseas family.
Wow.
Don't get to hang out with you guys enough, and
Oh,
really enjoy
seriously.
the show.
Pete, thanks for staying up, man. I know it's hard.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Thanks,
know
Pete.
you're old. I know
Pete's a
your back
trooper, man.
hurts. Thank you, Pete.
I want to show. Would it be a spoiler to show the Christmas card that Manny made? Because I just love it so much.
Bro,
I
show
wanna
it
it.
real
Yo,
quick.
real
show
quick,
it,
shout
bro.
shout
Show
out,
that shit.
shout out to Mars Toys for still not delivering my third-party Joker. Still
Fuck
waiting.
Mars Toys, dude.
Mars Toys, you
Look
pieces
at
of shit.
this. Look
Shout out
at
to
this.
Sideshow
Manny made
for
this,
bringing
and
my
it's
Rex
fucking
before Mark.
beautiful, bro.
Beautiful.
Thank you, thank you.
Shout out to Manny. Manny's the graphics god. In January, we're gonna
Oh
be
my
doing
god. Oh, it's back in with Christmas lights. I fucking love it.
In January, we're going to be doing some stickers for in and outs of collecting and small talk, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, that's pretty much the end of the awards show. We'll be doing After Dark tomorrow and giving away the Hot Toys live to our Patreonies that keep the channel going. Big shout out to everyone for tuning in. I'm Zach.
I'm Dean.
I'm Dylan.
I'm Eddie.
Dylan.
And Pete,
What's that?
I'm Danny.
Mario.
I'm Manny.
I'm Tech.
And I'm in love with all these fucking 9 Brady Bunch motherfuckers on the screen right now. So,
We'll catch you on the
Love
next
you guys.
episode.
Thanks.
Flying curls.
Bye.
bye.
I won't